I don't actually think there's a worse position that you can be in life when you have literally no direction, nowhere to go. Like you have this sense of like you don't know what you want to do with your life, and ultimately is literally just like you're in mental suicide. And I know there's a lot of people out there suffering, man. So I'm literally on a walk today, so I thought, why not bring my camera with me? As you can see, it's very cold. Yeah, well, it looks very cold. I'm in the UK currently, hopefully not for long. But yeah, man, in this video, I'm just going to talk about like how to get out of this mental suicide and kind of how to have a direction in your life, because we all need direction, man. We all need direction. This video is going to be very like off the cuff. It's not really planned as such. Sorry if you can hear the road next to me, but yeah, I kind of want to start, I think, making these kind of videos because it doesn't require much kind of production my end, but you guys watching will also get a lot of value, because if you're watching this, you can probably relate to a lot with what I'm saying anyway. So for you guys that actually don't know who I am, and you probably might be your first time on this channel, my name's Cameron, as you can see by my YouTube name, but I'm an ex-firefighter basically, and I just started creating this channel because ideally, like, the big picture was to help people, and I always wanted to help people. I always wanted to start creating content. I like making videos, I like editing, and I just like connecting with other people who are like-minded like me. So that's a bit of like a background story about me. I'll dive more into it as we go on later in the video, and kind of how the direction of my life changed and like the struggles that I went through. But yeah, in reality, really, like, this YouTube channel just started ultimately because I wanted to help people. Right now then, so if you're anything like me, you're probably kind of feeling quite lost right now in your life. Sorry, you probably don't know what direction to go in. You've probably had all these ideas in your head, but like you just don't know what you want to do with your life. And this was exactly the position that I was in probably like 3 or 4 years ago now, and it's been the position I've been in for the last 2 or 3 years. So trust me, I know how you feel, I know exactly what you're going through, and I know it's the most horrible feeling. You go to bed every night worrying about your future, you wake up every morning worrying about your future, you're in a job which you probably don't like, or a job which you know isn't fulfilling your true potential, and even when you're in your job, you're worrying about your own future. So it's all these things that like are constantly reminding you about your worries. And man, this was literally like the worst feeling ever for me personally. Like, it was such a bad feeling, I can't even describe it. If you've been through this or you're going through it currently, you know exactly what I'm talking about, man. But this idea of having like no direction in your life, like, it mentally kills you. Like, it mentally eats you up, and nobody else can see what's going on inside your mind as well. That's another thing. Like, we all want these ideas, we all want these goals, but actually achieving them and doing them is a different story. You might be interested in something, but you just don't know what you want to do with your life, and I completely understand. Now I'm just going to briefly touch on my situation and my experience going through life and not having a sense of direction, because I know a lot of people on here will relate, so it's going to help you guys a lot, and it will also help you because I'll give you some context of the kind of things that I'm talking about in this video. Right, now let's first start with school then. I have my own opinions on school, I have my own opinions on education, university and all that stuff, but that's for another video. But let's all start with school, because I'm presuming the majority of you went to school just like I did. Now the first thing we're just going to throw out there is I believe that in school you should only really learn English, maths and science. Ideally, that's all you really need to learn. Do you need to learn RE, religious education? If you're not religious, then why do you need to learn that? Why do you need to learn about other religions? I didn't understand a lot of that. I guess that might annoy a few people, but a few people can relate to me. Like, in my opinion, you only really need to learn English, maths and science. Okay, then so you come out of school, you don't really know what to do, and then the next thing people say to you is, "Oh, go to college." Yeah, the next thing after school, isn't it? It's like, go to college, man. Like, see what you can do in college. And if you're like me at this point, you didn't have a clue what you wanted to do. Like, you really didn't know. And don't get me wrong, there's some people out there that actually do know what they want to do. And I almost used to wish I was one of them people. You know the people I'm on about, those people that were in your school who just like knew they wanted to be a doctor, and now they're doing like 4 or 5 years in university to be a doctor, and like all these people that kind of know the profession that they want to get into. But me personally, I didn't have a clue. And then after school, then the first thing you do after school, what do? You go to college, because everyone else is going to college. Now, in my experience, I went to college and I studied health and social care. Health and social care out of everything. I think I was the only boy in the class, or maybe there was one other boy, but that was it. And the only reason I studied health and social care was because kind of a career advisor said to me, well, I said to her, like, I don't know what I want to do. Like, I really don't know what I want to do. And she said, take health and social care, because it will open up the most doors for you. It will give you the most options to choose in your career. You can be a teacher, you can be a social worker, and it's like all these things are just like imprinted on you and like gave to you like this is the path that you're going to go down, like there's no other alternatives. So as you can guess, I didn't stick in health and social care that long because I wasn't interested in it. I didn't enjoy it. So the next thing I done was actually went to a different college and I studied carpentry, so I learned a trade as such. And this is probably the next thing that a lot of you are probably doing. Like the next thing that you'll get told to do is learn a trade, because then you'll always have work. Learn a trade. If you know what to do, learn a trade. I've been in the trap, trust me, I know how it feels. So then I've done a year at college or 2 years doing carpentry. Didn't really enjoy it, didn't really have a passion for it, didn't really like what I was doing. I was just doing it because everyone else around me was doing something and I felt like I needed to do something. Now obviously whilst working part-time jobs and all that stuff during college, as you guys probably all do as well, I think I worked at Burger King and Nando's, so just like fast food kind of restauranty places. I eventually did get a job doing some kind of carpentry, but it wasn't just carpentry, it was all like different kind of trade work. I was just like a labourer. As a lot of you guys, young men in the workforce, you probably all start off as labourers, so you know what I mean. And once again, I did not enjoy doing that. I really did not enjoy doing it, and I keep talking about it because it's so mad how we all do these things that we don't actually enjoy doing. So okay, then after I do a trade for a couple of years, I'm working like actual job now, like I'm going to like building sites and I'm actually doing proper work. The next thing after that, I was thinking, okay, then like this isn't like, I'm seeing all my friends and they're all in stable jobs, they've all got like guaranteed income, whereas I was self-employed, I was working for myself. So at this point now, I'm like, okay, I need to do something. Like I thought I needed to do something. This is the problem. I thought I needed to do this because all the people around me were doing it and all my friends and influences around me were doing it. And it's like what society tells you to do, isn't it? Get a stable job as such. So anyway, after a couple of years of doing that, as I was saying, I actually joined the fire service, and this was my most recent job. I actually was a firefighter for about 2 years in total. And once again, like I just said, this all come off the back end of all my friends, kind of had friends that were going into the police, doing all this other stuff, electrician, engineer, all these kind of good careers. And it makes you think like, crap, like I needed a new career, I needed a new job. And I remember sitting in my room thinking, what can I do? Like I need a stable income. I don't necessarily want to do it, but what can I do? And then some reason fire service just come to my head, and so I thought, all right, let me apply, let me see what it's about. So long story short, that's how I ended up in the fire service. And then further down the line, some things happened in the job. I wasn't happy. And it just took a switch in my head. And this is the switch that I'm going to be talking about later. Everybody needs that switch. And once you get the switch, you might get it from watching this video. Once you get that switch, that turning point, you know things need to change. And you know that if things don't change, you're always going to be living to society. And you're never going to break free or kind of do what you actually truly want to do with your life. My mindset now has completely changed. If you knew me 1, 2, 3 years ago, I'm not the same person now. You don't know me now. My mindset has evolved. I've kind of been exposed to new things, a new way of living. I've educated myself through podcasts, books, and all these things. So yeah, I've invested a lot of time and money into myself and my education. So you're probably sitting there now like, all right, Cam, you've told me your situation. You told me what you've went through and how you got out of the other end of it. So how do I do it? How do I have more direction with my life? How do I have more purpose? How do I lead a life that I actually want to live, not one that society is telling me to do? Now, let me tell you right now. Okay then, so the first thing that I'm going to advise everybody to do that's watching this video who wants to get a new sense of direction in their life is you need to try new things. You need to know what you do like and what you don't like, and the only way you can do this is try new things. Now for example, that might be if you're working in an office job now and you think that like you don't like your job at the moment because you don't want to work in an office, try working outside. Try finding a job that's going to get you outdoors and get you being creative, or getting you doing something which isn't stuck behind a screen, and vice versa. Say for example, if you work outside and you don't like working outside, you don't like the weather, you don't like working in the cold, you don't like being in the rain when you're working, try and get an office job, man. Try and find somewhere where you can work maybe off a computer or off a laptop. Try different things, man, because once you know what you don't like, it's a lot easier to find the direction that you want to go in. Do you know what I mean? And the thing is, people say like, I don't know what I want to do, but like, figure out what you don't like, man. Like, it sounds simple, like me talking about it now, it probably sounds simple to a lot of you, but honestly, it's a game changer. And once you start finding out what you do like, you can get rid of the things that you don't like. Now, don't get me wrong, you will fail. Like, when you try new things that you want to do with your life, you will fail. Like, I've failed so many times. I've tried drop shipping, I've tried e-commerce brands, I've tried kind of buy low, sell high, all this stuff. I've tried everything. I've tried a lot of business models, you know what I mean? And you will fail, and that's the beauty of it. I love failing personally, because when I fail, it clearly shows that I'm trying to do something new and I'm almost learning. Like, I don't see like failing as a like actual failing. I see it as me learning something new, which is literally a game changer. So once you eradicate that thought and you kind of change your mindset into when you fail, you're learning something new, then yeah, man, you'll progress a lot quickly, and you'll see different ways of living and new ways of working. Now, another thing is having a clear goal and a clear plan. The amount of people that I've spoke to in the past who want to do something with their life, or maybe feel confused about their like kind of future, but they don't actually know like the path that they're going to take. They don't know like what they're almost interested in, because the thing is, like, you want to do these things with your life, you want to achieve these things, but you need a plan. Like, just have a rough plan. It doesn't have to be like straight to the point, you know what I mean? Like, just have a rough plan, have a rough direction of what you want to go in. What are you interested in? What do you enjoy doing in your spare time? I always say to people, like, if you had 30 days, if you had a whole month where you didn't have to worry about money or anything like that, what would you actually do with your life? Do you know what I mean? Like, what would you do if money weren't a problem? Like, what are you interested in? And that's normally kind of what direction that you need to lean into. For example, me, I was interested in content creation, as you guys probably know, like from watching this video, you know I like making videos and stuff. So I was interested in content creation, so I directed towards getting a camera, learning how to video edit, and all these things that would help me create content. Now, just while we're touching about a plan, it just fits in perfectly. I'm not trying to sell you guys anything, but if you are interested in having a complete blueprint on how to actually create your dream life, I've made something on my accelerator program called the Dream Life Roadmap. This is a step-by-step guide with actionable steps and templates for you to work to if you're somebody who don't have a clue what you want to do with your life. It will get you from point A to point B, from where you know what you're doing, you know what goals you need to hit, you know what you need to do every month, and eventually you'll get to your end goal. Link's going to be in the description if you want that, but yeah, let's carry on with the video. So the last little thing I want to mention to anyone watching this is, like, just invest in yourself, man. Invest in your time, invest in kind of your progress, your education. Like, think about like your interests. The main thing I want to talk about is interest. Like, think about what you're interested in, because we live in a time now in the internet where you can literally make money from anywhere in the world off a laptop, doing anything you want to do. Some people are making money talking about books. I seen a guy making money just do like reviewing first class seats in like aeroplanes and trains and stuff. Like, I'm standing out of breath because I'm on a walk, but a lot of people are making some serious money doing things that they just enjoy. Literally doing anything that you enjoy. If you enjoy reading books, why don't you kind of make videos about how to teach people what books to read? And like, there could be anything. Like, I'm going off topic a bit now, but find something that like you're interested in. That's the main thing that you need to do. And to do this, you need to explore different options, don't you? You need to see what it is you actually want to do. But once you know your interests, write them down if you need to. Once you've got them, man, you've got a sense of purpose, you've got a sense of direction, you know where you want to go. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, just some final thoughts now from me, really. Like, I know there's a lot of people out there struggling. Like, I've been in your situation, and this video is just kind of to give you guys some hope, to know that you're not the only ones going through it. There's many other people going through it. If you're going through something similar, or you've been going through something similar, let me know in the comments, man. Let other people know in the comments, because we need to bring everyone together. Because like, it's lonely, man. It is lonely when you don't know what you want to do with your life and you're seeing your friends doing this and that. It's not nice, do you know what I mean? If you are interested, obviously, like I mentioned, my Dream Life Roadmap's going to be in the description as well. For you guys that are a bit skeptical and maybe don't want to take your future that seriously, I've got something for free as well. It's called the Success Blueprint, and all it is, it's 5 habits which you need to implement, which I implemented, which changed my mindset, which changed my life in 30 days or less, depending on how quick of a learner you are and how disciplined and how motivated you are to actually go after your dream life. So yeah, the Success Blueprint is completely free, guys, completely free. I also have an ebook as well, which I'll link in the description. I'm not telling you guys to buy anything. You don't have to buy anything. It would be nice. It would support me. It would also support you. It would help you out a lot. Like, people don't invest in their own education, and the best thing I've ever done was invest in myself and my own education. The ebook is like £15. What's that, like 3 Costas or 2 cocktails on the weekend? Do you know what I mean? So yeah, have a look at them, guys, in the description. Some of them are completely free. With the completely free one, you get access to the Mindset Mondays, which is my newsletter. If you want to just join my newsletter, Mindset Mondays is basically 5 minutes of reading every Monday around one topic to improve your mindset, your life, anything like that. A lot of people are finding value in that, and it goes straight into your inbox every Monday at 10 AM. So if you're interested in newsletters, you're interested in reading, then definitely get onto Mindset Mondays. All the links to them are going to be in the description. But yeah, guys, thank you for watching. Subscribe if you've liked it, and I'll see you all on the next one, man. Peace.